I was planning to make a video about mono red post ban, but then I looked at the stats, the win rate for today, and Azorius Omniscience, a deck I thought was going to get nuked by the banning of Abuelo's Awakening, is right up there, number 2 in win rate. What's going on? Let's check it out. Welcome to the Attic ManaDad here. It's the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. On Arena, it's a brand new world. 7 cards banned out of Standard yesterday, and Abuelo's Awakening was among them. We thought that meant the end of the Azorius Omniscience deck, but did it really? I mean, 57% win rate currently today. It's very early days. It's a very early day, but maybe there's something here. So let's take a look. Very similar to the Azorius Omniscience deck that was around. 4 Roiling Dragonstorms, 4 Meringue River Regents, 4 copies of Omniscience. We got Stock Up. We got some Mafara's Dispersal, Confounding Riddle, some temporary lockdowns, Balaji Archaeologist, Founding the Third Path, Moment of Truth. So I guess you cast Omniscience, bounce back, what, Dragonstorm, draw your whole deck, and win with the Meringue River Regents. No sideboard, no going into sideboard, nothing fancy like that. And I believe we have 24 lands. Float Among Plains, Islands, Mistrise Village, Adarkar Wastes, Flood Farm, Verge, Meticulous Archive, Seachrome Coast, Blast Zone, and 1 beautiful Fabled Passage. That is the new version of the deck. Repair and Recharge is 5 mana, no getting around it. So you're not winning on turn 4. But I guess if you've got the Omniscience in your graveyard, you can win on turn 5. And maybe that's enough. Maybe that's all it takes to win with combo in the new Standard. We're going to test it out. That's all I got to say. Leave your comments below. I'm 69 subscribers away from 6,000 subscribers. So if you have ever wanted to be part of 69, now's your chance. All right, let's go and see the new post-ban Omniscience deck in action.
Oh, beautiful Final Fantasize for near mint slabs of chains, for purple hippos majesty above the city's plains. The gathering, bless Garfield's PhD, and crown thy good with cardboard hood from spring to scrying free.
This season of Independence, ManaDad reminds you that the true spirit of Magic accepts every player, even if they like Universes Beyond, even if they play Alchemy. Let's enjoy the gathering together, where it has been and where it is going. Subscribe to channels like this one that celebrate the best of Magic and toss clickbait into the ocean like milky British tea. ManaDad's videos feature authentic win rate stats and are funded by members and viewers like you, and also his kids' college fund, if we're being honest. God bless ManaDad, and God bless Magic the Gathering.
Testing out Azorius Omniscience, a deck that just has never quite had its day. Well, we've got Repair and Recharge. We don't have what we want in the graveyard, but we'll see. Forest Dispersal, we might need that. Good chance we're up against aggro. Oh, we're playing green. Is green legal in this new Standard? Let's see. Balaji. Mills over something. Well, I guess we'd take the green. Is temporary lockdown going to do anything to them? Probably Spell Pierce not. So I guess by process of elimination, we'll take the Roiling Dragonstorm. Could be wrong about that. Nope. A bit wrong about that. Lenoir Loom Spica. We draw, we have to discard. We'll just discard a tap land. No tax. Taking our time. So we can found the third path. Free cast Moment of Truth. Oh, okay. Well, looks like it's an Elves deck. Let's slow him down a bit. Hey, it's Omniscience. We're definitely putting that in the graveyard. And probably the Meticulous Archive as well. Alright, so we just need to get to 5 mana. So we've got the combo. Moment of Truth. Get a Meringue and the Archive in the graveyard. Temporary lockdown back into the deck just in case we need it. No tax keys. And then next turn we can just go ham with the meringues. Just confounding riddle to protect ourselves. Alright, here we go. Repair and recharge. We'll do this Omniscience. And what do we do? Do we do the draw discard first? Discard an island. We can bring back a second Omniscience, just for good measure. That's a 3-drop, that's a 3-drop. The meringues start just bouncing everything back to their hand, I guess. Rolling Dragonstone. Discard Flood Farm Verge, because why not? Let's do stock up. Another repair and recharge. So is there something else we're supposed to bring back? We'll keep going. Let's stock up. Find another Omniscience. Moment of Truth. They're just... Okay. So you just do that until they scoop, I guess. How it works. Less than 4 minutes for a win. So I guess I chose a win con list, deck list. That's what's going on here? What's going first? Guess we'll play the Meticulous Archive. Let's see what they come out of the gate with. Okay, they're out of the gate with the tap land. Well, guess what? We have a lot of tap lands. There we go. We almost had all 4 of our Meticulous Archives. Hello, friendly opponent. This looks like Azorius control, so Spell Pierce is going to be key. Got Moment of Truth as an instant. I guess let's see if we can get a counter spell out of their hand. The Rolling Dragonstorm. See if they fall for that. Oh, I have to discard Omniscience. I'm so sorry. I guess you can also just win fairly by winning with the Regents. Do Meticulous Archive. Flood Farm Verge. Not that interesting at the moment. Pass the turn. Got more than enough lands. We just need to have the critical turn where we reanimate with Spell Pierce protection. They could easily have 2 counter spells ready by then. That's their thing. Okay, well... Let's take Repair and Recharge into the hand. Confounding Riddle would be good to have. What's better to have in the deck? I guess Confounding Riddle's better to have in the deck, so we'll put stock up in the graveyard. That's instant speed. This will pass. They're not tapping out. Eventually they could start doing the Restless Anchorage. Okay, well they seem to be leaving shields down. Unless they've got a Spell Pierce. It did pause there, so maybe they do have a Spell Pierce. To discard a card. Sea Chrome Coast, you're going to be a tap land now. So, we may as well go for it though, because we can find another one of these. So let's get that Spell Pierce out of their hand. Oh, and they just scooped it. I think people are assuming we just win, but I don't think we do. This is not the Invasion of Arcavios version, but I think we're just benefiting from people assuming that it is the Invasion of Arcavios version. Up against Satire 5, the Ambitious. So satirical. Alright. We go first? I guess we may as well play this as a tap land. They duress. Not really much they can take that we care about. They took temporary lockdown. Okay, well, show them what we drew. Roiling Dragonstorm. Oh no, I have to discard Omniscience. So sad. Okay. It's black decks. Cycling Capital City. Not sure what's up with that. There's Meringue, and we are going to need another land eventually. But we also probably want to be able to dig for stuff with stock up. So I guess I'll stock up. Next turn I can Confound the Third Path and Moment of Truth, Moment of Truth. Unholy Annex. There it is. The card that should have been banned along with everything else. In my opinion. I guess Moment of Truth or Moment of Truth. Okay, there's the Repair and Recharge. One card going into the graveyard. It could be an island, I suppose. Stock up back into the library. Maybe we just mill them out with Founding of the Third Path. Maybe that's our plan. I guess we'll pass the turn. I can play this instant speed. They know we've got it. Intimidation tactics. Choose an artifact or creature card. So bye-bye Meringue. And here comes the duress. Now we will... Yeah, I think we got a Moment of Truth. They can take either stock up or Repair and Recharge. Yeah, we'll get some lands, 1 or 2. Not make it easy. They took the Repair and Recharge. Taking damage. Oh, we got 2 Repair and Recharges. Target player mills 4. Or why don't you mill 4? Opponent. I think they're playing these like lands like that. Alright, unless they have instant speed graveyard interaction, I think we're in good shape. Yep. We've got Omniscience. And let's stock up first. Another repair, and well, we can play Omniscience, so then black really can't do anything. Well, actually, black can't do much about enchantments anyway. Let's take a temporary lockdown and the moment of truth. I think that's what I want to do. Uh-oh. And our amazing play has caused the server to have problems.
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
My internet is working, so this is definitely a arena server issue. So this video might be getting cut short if I can't get back online here. I don't know what happened to the server, but it never let me into that game. But it looks like Untap.gg didn't record that game, so I guess we're still undefeated. It's a shame. I think we would have won that. I wanted to see Mono Black, obviously, is the big deck they didn't touch. Now, turn 1 Chocobo is kind of not great. And it's already up to a 2-3. And we will roil that Dragon Storm so we can put this Omniscience in the graveyard. To ramp pretty nicely with Ordeal of Nylea. That's a nice little synergy there. Opponent playing a lot of Foundations cards. That's going to be sticking around. Bushwhack, Ordeal of Nylea. Oh, they're not attacking. A weird choice. We could just blow up the Blast Zone and take out this Chocobo. Kind of in favor of that, honestly. They've got... Oh, we need one more mana before we do that. The Chocobo's gonna pop before then, I'm sure. Huh. Okay. Well, if we can get to 5 mana, we win, probably. So let's just make sure we get another land, and I guess another Meringue. I should discard a card, huh? Let's just discard the Phalagi. Hope I don't regret that. So yes, 2 Meringues, and then you just bounce Founding, and you can just mill for 4 over and over again. I think I figured it out. Those of you who've been screaming at the screen. Actually, quite an elegant deck list. Holy moly! All right, Chocobos have gotten pretty big, so we're not going to survive unless we blow up something. That was pretty insane. Mossborn Hydra, okay. He's gonna set us back a turn too. Resolve all. Gonna pop that escape tunnel. Oh, thanks for playing another Chocobo. Yeah. You do that. Still need a way to deal with the Mossborn and the... I think they're just going to win. Because we can't deal with the Traveling Chocobo and the Mossborn. I guess we'll let them attack first. And blow up the land. Take 3. Overprotect. Okay. Put us out of our misery a turn early. Chocobos. Now that I've figured out how this deck wins, it remains for me to demonstrate it. And, okay. We've got Omniscience and Repair and Recharge, and we're going first. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. And there's the meringue. Beautiful. Oh no, my Omniscience fell in the graveyard. Whatever shall I do? I wonder, did we stock up for a land? Man, they're demanding answers. Okay, they're a Reanimator deck. So it's a race. They can, if they have black in their deck, they can reanimate on 4. We have to wait till we're on 5 mana. Let's make sure we've got the mana, actually. Oh! Okay, or they'll scoop. Jiminy Christmas. People do know Abuelo's was banned, right? Like, yeah. So is this deck a real deal, or is this just like bluffing people? You saw how many scoops we're getting. We are in bronze, which is a big confounder, I guess. But that's just where this account got put in the new season. Repair and recharge. We're gonna need that. Guess I'll draw it. I really, as far as dispersal, they look like they're pretty aggro. They're a speed deck. Might want morphology archaeologists in this deck just to be roadblocks here. Infestation Sage, they're gonna sacrifice it. Draw 2. Make a 1/1. Okay. I think we'll Moment of Truth. See if they do any kind of crazy shenanigans with their token. Elas, followed by a 1-drop. Okay, well, now I need to find temporary lockdown. Temporary lockdown or bust. Repair and recharge, I don't need you anymore. Chrome, yes, it might be useful. I think the third path. Let's stock up. Okay. Land, or repair and recharge. I guess we'll choose land. Land? Now we have to discard. Confounding Riddle. Next turn I can Moment of Truth, Founding Path, Moment of Truth. Maybe bounce something with the Far's Dispersal. I'm not too... oh yeah, well we don't need Omniscience. That was a no-brainer decision I was thinking too hard about. Stop screaming at me, thank you. Okay, opponent just playing out all their cards heedlessly. Take a decent amount. Okay. 1/1. Past the Moment of Truth. What do we find? Well, another Afara's Dispersal. That's good. But again, like that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If they don't have some way to sack their whole board, we survive. So maybe I'm supposed to keep digging for temporary lockdown? Do I have one in my... I don't have one in my graveyard. I might mill over one next turn. Alright. Just go with the double disperse. We do get 2 surveils off of that. Bartolome del Presidio. Okay. Yeah, I have to wait till they're attacking before I can disperse. But I think that's a good reason to bounce Elos. Then they have to decide between dealing damage and sacrificing all their guys to Elos. And making a big Bartolome. Nizd. Giving me some tough choices over here, Nizd. Are you planning to attack Nizd?
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
And,
You know what a hurry we're in!
Hoping this is not
Salty
an
didn't
unplayable
like
game.
it much.
Okay, there you
Then
go.
I suppose you could have split things up.
Salty?
Do it! Salty. I am only waiting around to kill you.
Meringue, I don't need. Island, I don't need. And I guess we'll bounce one of these nesting bots. We could bounce the insect. They'll just sack it to Bartolome at that point. Meticulous Archive Spell Pierce, no. You are not what I need. You take 4, and back comes Elos. Are they smart? No, back comes Elos, okay. We're at 8. They can't quite stop us with Elos sack triggers. Uh-oh. Alright. It's now or never. 38 cards in deck. I think at least 3 of them are the card we need to mill. Yes! Okay. Temporary lockdown. That buys us a slight amount of time. Nesting bot. This archive, not what I'm looking for. Discard that, and guess I'll just do another Dragonstorm. We might hit a 2-drop. We'll discard Omniscience. Thank you very much. Nesting bot comes in. Raise the past. Everything comes back. Oh no, just one guy comes back. Why don't you go back to your hand? And I don't need either of those. Another nesting bot comes back. Moment of truth. Okay, there's the repair and recharge we eventually need to get. 1 into the graveyard, the wastes, blast zone back into the deck. That's blast zone actually could be useful. Pass the turn. We need to find a meringue, I think, with the confounding riddle. Take 3, go to 5. Very much in danger. Do we get a meringue? We got a Roiling Dragonstorm and a stock up. I guess we'll do the stock up. Gives us the best chance of finding the meringue. Oh, and there's the meringue. Okay. So, Omniscience. Play the meringue. bounce what? We'll just be bouncing their stuff. We can play Roiling Dragonstorms all day long. There's another temporary lockdown. Have to discard something. Guess moment of truth. How many cards we got? We got 17 cards left in the deck. Let's stock up now. Okay, so a meringue and oh, okay. I think we would have gotten there. Pretty sure. Stats. Here you go. 80% win rate, 100% on the play, 67% on the draw. Maybe even a better win rate if you count that game that we probably would have won, but that we timed out on. So pretty good. I might go up a Philology Archaeologist. It looks like maybe the weakness, especially in best of one, have more like 4 temporary lockdowns. Maybe more Philology Archaeologist. We have only one Founding the Third Path. That seems kind of low, considering I think that's our win condition. The Blast Zones, I guess, are something. Not sure if we need 2 or if 1 would do the trick. The one time we had Blast Zone and wanted to use it, it just slowed us down and didn't really win. We would have, I think, much preferred another temporary lockdown. Yeah, do we even need 4 meringues? You might only need to craft 3. Because really, I mean, you do eventually want to get 2, but there's enough ways of bringing stuff back from your graveyard. There's other things you could put in this deck too, since this brings back an artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker. So you could maybe find room for that big 9-mana artifact that makes opponent have to sacrifice stuff. That would be pretty good. You could play that off Omniscience or just repair and recharge it and probably win that way. Only 3 stock ups. That felt about right, honestly. It's a good card, stock up. And the dispersal, might want more of those depending on how much aggro we're up against. Maybe fewer confounding riddles. Maybe that's what I would trim down on. Not sure if Mistrized Village is also needed. It's just all about if we're up against a counterspell deck, I guess. So yeah, those are my thoughts, but kind of shocked. I'm just really in shock, honestly. I really thought that Azorius Omniscience was going to no longer be a deck, but it is. I think it is. At least for right now, until people figure out it's much more beatable and stop scooping as the moment you get Omniscience in play. That's my thoughts. Thanks for joining me in the attic. I've been ManaDad, reminding you Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.